But beware. Secrets are secrets for a reason, and some do not wish to see them uncovered. Especially when the secrets are particularly unseemly.
Welcome, fellow hunters. Here we begin our journey into the first footage of the new DLC, The Old Hunters from Bloodborne. And I haven't had that much time to play it yet, but I wanted to show some footage fighting the first boss you encounter in this DLC. And it's Ludwig The Accursed. And as we know, hunters turn out to be the most ferocious beasts, so Ludwig as well transformed to a beast, and you will see him shortly. This is just the quickest way to get there. And yeah, it's best just to run through the place when you know your way around, because hunters will respawn, not like in the original game, where you defeat them once and they're gone. They will continuously respawn in this DLC, so be aware of that. And I never found so many blood vials as in this area, so you will take a lot of damage, but you also will get the chance to heal very often. So, and we will just run past this guy with this cannonball, which, yeah, it's not that easy after all. So you can basically just run around, and those guys got those vermins in their head or something, so this reminds me of Resident Evil 4 or 5 with the Ouroboros. Make sure to kill those crows, and if you're part of the League Covenant, the new Covenant which came with the update, here you have the possibility to ring for support, just like you know it from before, and you can actually summon the head of the League, which is Walter. If you haven't found him yet, he's back in the original game in the Forbidden Forest, so check him out, become part of the League, and then you can summon him here, which is actually essential for this boss fight. I truly recommend you join the League and you summon him here, because Ludwig is pretty damn tough, and he also got 2 phases, so yeah, you should definitely summon Walter. You can see he's master of the League. And he will actually survive this fight as well, so yeah. And now we go to this church. You see the white fog. In my first encounter I died, because I still wasn't working to find out the movement and the skill set. But yeah, I find the first phase actually harder than the second one, because well, the first phase is not that predictable. And key is actually to let Walter tank him, and when he's targeting Walter, you have the chance to get behind him and land some good hits, and yeah, try to do as much damage as possible. I'm using a saw cleaver +10, which is my favorite weapon. Still, it was the first weapon I got, and I played the whole game through with it. So this is the weapon I know best, and that's why I also will play this DLC with this weapon. As you can see, Walter is pretty useful here. Also, he takes a lot of damage. He heals himself with blood vials. I think he's somehow limited, but I can't really tell you to which degree. As you can see, with the saw cleaver you're doing a lot of damage. Got my blood echoes that I lost before. And as you can see, when Walter is tanking, you can just go behind him and slash him as hard as you can. But be wary of your endurance, because it will drain pretty quickly, and you need to dodge and put some blood vials in your veins. And you can see, after 50% down of his HP, he will transform, and he will actually take his moonlight sword and fight you with it. And this is the easier part, because as you can see, when you just go very up close to him, in front of him, he won't be able to hit you with his sword. And this is just like Bloodborne used to be. You need to be aggressive, you need to be close to the enemies, and you can see he hits you here and there, but most part he won't. This is the chance to get the Viscera going, but I think Walter is actually taking care of this. So he's pretty badass. Watch out, this is his area spell, so just try to avoid it. Go behind, then just go close up again. As you can see, he hits repeatedly and just misses me. And even with his bigger slashes, yeah, it's not getting me. So every time he uses, this is his area spell actually. When he's loading up his sword and the giants just get the hell away from it, and after that just run back at him. You can see Walter is doing some considerable damage, and he actually kills Ludwig, and yeah. And that is the end of the fight. And as you can see, when you imagine you're fighting without Walter, it's gonna be a lot harder. So this is the first boss in the DLC, and looking forward to share some more footage from it. So stay tuned and bye.